Good evening, and welcome to Daily Top Bulletin, bringing you the top 10 current affairs headlines in the most simple, clear, and exam-focused format for UPSC and competitive exams. Every headline is carefully selected to keep your preparation ahead of the competition. Let's begin with today's top 10 news.
31st May, 2026. 1. LT Gen NS Rajasubramani steps in as Chief of Defense Staff, CDS. What happened? LT Gen NS Rajasubramani has officially assumed charge as India's new Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, succeeding Gen Anil Chauhan, who wrapped up his tenure on May 31, 2026. Key facts to remember. The CDS is the permanent chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee, COSC, and the principal military advisor to the Minister of Defense. He also heads the Department of Military Affairs, DMA, within the Ministry of Defense. A primary institutional objective for the new CDS will be advancing theaterization, integrating the Army, Navy, and Air Force into unified tri-services commands. 2. Admiral Krishna Swaminathan assumes charge as Chief of Naval Staff. What happened? Admiral Krishna Swaminathan took charge as the new Chief of the Naval Staff, CNS, on May 31, 2026, succeeding Admiral Dinesh Kumar Tripathi upon his retirement. Key facts to remember. Prior to this appointment, Admiral Swaminathan served as the Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief of the Western Naval Command. His leadership comes amidst evolving maritime security challenges in the Indian Ocean region, IOR, and a strong push toward naval indigenization, Atmanirbhar Bharat. 3. President approves bill to increase Supreme Court judge strength to 37. What happened? The President of India approved the proposal to introduce the Supreme Court Number of Judges Amendment Bill, 2026. The legislation seeks to increase the sanctioned judicial strength of the apex court to manage rising pendency. Key facts to remember. The bill proposes increasing the maximum number of judges from the current 33 to 37, excluding the Chief Justice of India. Constitutional provision. Under Article 124(1) of the Indian Constitution, it is the Parliament that has the power to prescribe and increase the strength of the Supreme Court judges via legislation. 4 PM SVA Nidhi scheme completes 6 years of implementation. What happened? The Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs observed the 6th anniversary of the PM SVA Nidhi scheme, highlighting its performance in providing collateral-free credit and social security safety nets to urban street vendors. Key facts to remember. Launch and Ministry. Launched in June 2020 by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs as a central sector scheme in response to COVID-19 disruptions. Mechanism. It offers a microcredit facility providing working capital loans up to 10,000 first tranche, scaled to 20,000 and rupee 50,000 upon timely repayment, along with interest subsidies, 7%, and digital transaction cashbacks. 5. National Health Accounts, NHA, estimates FY23 released. What happened? The latest NHA estimates for FY23 were published, showing a rise in out-of-pocket healthcare expenditure, OOPE, alongside a marginal drop in government health spending, signaling policy gaps in public health funding. Key facts to remember. Framework. Prepared by the National Health Systems Resource Center, NHSRC, under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare using international WHO and OECD standards. Policy target. The National Health Policy, NHP, 2017 explicitly mandates increasing government health expenditure to 2.5% of the GDP, a target currently missed. High OOPE remains a major driver of poverty in India. 6. Government imposes total ban on all sugar exports until September 2026. What happened? The Directorate General of Foreign Trade, DGFT, issued a notification classifying all categories of sugar raw, white, and refined as prohibited for export with immediate effect until September 30, 2026. Key facts to remember. The cause, Meteorological alerts indicate a moderate to strong El Niño phenomenon persisting through 2026, which threatens the southwest monsoon and subsequent sugar planting seasons. Objective: the measure acts as a precautionary insulation strategy against domestic speculative hoarding, supply deficits, and food inflation. 7 customs duty exempted for cotton imports to shield textile sector. What happened? The central government announced a temporary exemption of customs duty on raw cotton imports, effective from June 1 to October 31, 2026, aimed at easing input costs for domestic textile manufacturers facing local crop pressures. Key facts to remember: cotton is a key cash crop requiring specific climatic conditions, primarily black cotton soil, rigour soil. Such exemptions are dynamic tariff modifications used to balance domestic farmer protection against the input needs of value-added manufacturing industries. 8. First Global Fossil Fuel Exit Conference held in Colombia. What happened? The Santa Marta Climate Conference, the first-ever international ministerial-level conference explicitly dedicated to transitioning away from fossil fuels, was co-hosted by Colombia and the Netherlands. Key facts to remember: participants, attended by delegations representing over 50 countries, accounting for approximately half of the global GDP. Significance: it serves as a diplomatic operationalization of the transitioning away from fossil fuels text agreed upon during global COP summits. France introduced its fuel-by-fuel exit strategy at the event. 9. Who declares Ebola outbreak a public health emergency of international concern, PHEIC? What happened? World Health Organization, WHO, Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus officially designated the escalating Ebola outbreak across the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and Uganda as a global health emergency. Key facts to remember: Ebola virus disease, EVD, is a severe, often fatal illness in humans caused by a virus of the filoviridae family. It spreads via direct contact with blood, body fluids, and tissues of infected wild animals or humans. PHEIC is the highest formal alert level that the WHO can issue under the International Health Regulations, IHR. 10. Saudi Arabia joins India-led International Big Cat Alliance, IBCA. What happened? Saudi Arabia formally signed on to become the 26th member nation of the International Big Cat Alliance, IBCA, extending the financial and geopolitical reach of the initiative. Key facts to remember: origin: the IBCA was conceptualized and launched by India to foster global cooperation in protecting 7 major big cats: tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, jaguar, and puma. Structure: it focuses on habitat restoration, mapping, ecotourism, and clamping down on illegal wildlife trafficking networks across range countries.
Thank you for tuning in to Daily Top Bulletin. Stay updated, stay prepared, and stay ahead in your UPSC and competitive exam journey. We'll be back tomorrow with another set of the day's most important current affairs headlines. Until then, keep learning and keep growing. Good night, and see you in the next bulletin.